Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called Black Hole Interior Explorer by developer Ian McLarty. Now I'm going to give you 5 guesses what the idea behind this game might be. Okay, guess number 1, you got it. It's black hole exploration. That's what the promise is. That's what's going to happen, and there will be flashing lights, so if you have any issues with photosensitivity or epilepsy, don't probably watch this one. We're going to be doing some flashing. I don't know much about this. I haven't really played this, but it does look like an interesting concept, and I've always been of the sound mind that I'd like to explore a black hole. Seems like a pretty cool thing. I have the belief that they basically stretch all things out to like 1 atom wide or something like that, so, you know, by most accounts, probably not going to be a thing I can actually do. So I'm going to trust that Ian McLarty's kind of got this all figured out. And it's probably not all that complicated to simulate anyway, right? So why don't we just have a little bit of a look here. What we have in front of us is, I believe, the aforementioned black hole. So we're going to hold W for a little bit and get right into things. So it looks like we are ascending through planes of color and light. Just as I expected, we can stop our exploration at any point and freeze all the particles dead in space, dead space you might say, and I can actually rotate around all using A and D, and that seems to actually do something pretty interesting to the light spectrum because they seem to phase in and out through a whole rainbow of colors. It's pretty impressive looking. I'm not really sure if there's much going on in the way of structures though. I mean, as I might have expected, we're just kind of like doing exploration of some rainbow colors. There's not really anything in here. I guess anything that would have been in here has gotten crunched down to nothing. So I guess that's kind of where we're at. There's a pretty nice little whirring, humming kind of sound when I move forward and back, and then we've got a smashing, crunching sound when I go left and right, and I'm not really sure why the left and right is smashing, crunching sound, but maybe it's not easy for us to rotate on our axis like that. I would think since we're supposed to be in like a space-type area, where maybe we would have more of a free control of our own gravity or something like that, but I guess it's sort of very regimented and granular as we turn around in horizontal space, as it were, if there is such a thing as horizontal space. Is that a face? Almost looks like a picture on the ceiling there. You see what I mean? Let me see if I can rotate this around. Maybe look at the back of it. Totally looks like a face to me, doesn't it? Is that, see there's like the 2 eyes there, and then there's like a nose, but then I think the mouth might be cropped off the bottom and we can't quite see it. It's like a super elongated face. Or maybe we're just looking at the no, right here it looks like a forehead, and then you can see the eyes, and then there's like a nose at the very bottom where it starts to meet where the blue is. I'm pretty sure that's actually supposed to be a face. Maybe there's hidden stuff in this. You know, this is reminding me a little bit of like Star Fox 64, as weird as it sounds, going down sort of a linear corridor with all these crazy astral projections being shot at you. There's a lot of particulate stuff going on here. I quite like this radiating light effect that happens when you stop time. How certain parts of the particles seem to emit sort of a neon glow to them. I mean, Magenta Skeleton probably proved to you how much I love a good glowing neon bit. Oh, there's totally faces in here. Okay, it wasn't just my imagination. Who might this be? I wonder if these faces are actually related to anything in particular. Maybe this is just the black hole absorbs light and matter, and then it gets transposed later on into like other structures or something like that. I mean, I don't really know what the rules are for black holes. I wonder what kind of weird stuff we can find in here then. I think I see another thing coming up. Oh, there's just a freaking eyeball hanging out. I'd like to get a better view of that, please. I may have passed it already. Where is it? I think I lost it in all the craziness. It does bear mentioning, of course, if you want to, you can actually turn on autopilot by pressing P. And yeah, we could still continually look around. We just can't really start or stop. We don't have to even touch the keyboard or anything. It's just going to take care of all the driving for us. So I guess that's kind of useful. This is another one of those games or experiences. This is not exactly a game so much, but definitely fits into the would be great if it was a screensaver category. This is like a tag that I should have probably made a long time ago for indie-impressions.com, where you could just look at all the games that look like they could be great screensavers. This one's definitely right up there, although I have a feeling this would get very distracting if you had this on and there were people actively walking around your computer. A lot of flashing lights or, you know, forbid you leave the lights off and you've got your monitor just going in the middle of the night and there's freaking flashing strobing lights everywhere. Somebody's going to think there's a freaking alarm going off or like an alien abducted your living room or something. So I guess there's not a whole lot really in terms of structure to see to this one. It seems like we can just go forward and backward down this corridor. What I was hoping would happen, and I didn't really have anything back this up, but I guess I was figuring as we get deeper and deeper in, maybe we would discover some new elements to it. Maybe the way that these black holes might be structured might be that there's more mysterious craziness deeper in. Because, I mean, that's just sort of how I figure everything works, right? Like, you get deeper into something, it just gets weird. That just seems to be the way that video games have reinforced my belief in reality anyway. You know, the further you get into something, the higher level you get, the crazier and more demonic or angelic or whatever all of the things are. So I guess I assume space works that way as well. It does seem like there's a lot more flickering going on, though, as we seem to be getting deeper in here. I guess this would also work pretty well if you just had like a timer going. You know, how long do you have the game open? Oh, 15 minutes? Well, let's start throwing in the Chupacabras and the Cthulhu mythos, and we'll start getting some H.P. Lovecraft action going on. See, I mean, the faces are kind of hinting in that direction. I'm surprised there aren't more things that are a little bit just outlandish or shocking hidden in this black hole. I mean, really, anything could be in here. Everything that's ever existed in the universe that's been transmitted through light and sound waves could easily have been captured by this beautiful psychedelic rainbow of lights and colors. So I guess that's really all I have to say on this one. It's not a super deep experience, unfortunately, but I do recommend if you want to check this out, feel free. There's going to be a link. You can go ahead and give it a download. That's very pretty. There are some very pretty color schemes that are happening here, and things that I would love to have in my life. For some reason, I get inspired a lot when I see certain groups of colors that happen together in certain ways as they strobe in and out, and unfortunately they happen so quickly, a lot of the time I'm not able to stop the train as we hit them, but like there was this like peach with a fading in of a green happening in the side. I mean, I don't have necessarily the articulate enough nature to describe all the colors as fast as they're happening, but anyway, cool stuff. Inspirational rainbows. Inspirational rainbows. That's another tag that I should definitely put in for indie-impressions.com. But yeah, go ahead and check out the Black Hole Interior Explorer by Ian McLarty if you feel so inclined. You can explore to your heart's content, hopefully find something that I didn't see. Maybe you'll get attacked by that eyeball again, or maybe something much more sinister. Maybe it's all randomized, who even knows. Was that same eyeball again? Did it just go by a second time? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you leave a like on it. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day without fail, so I will see you back again for another one tomorrow. And if you are into this series and you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a whole bunch, not just in terms of statistics, but for morale's sake, knowing people are still interested in watching whatever bizarre, crazy crap I can find online and show it off to an audience. Because that's kind of my calling, it seems. Find weird games, show them off, revel in the bizarreness, and rinse, repeat. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and have a fantastic night. Talk to you all later.